Good morning. Let's do sports now on the AM show with me, Muftao Nabila Abda, and we start from the camp of Kumasi, Asante, Kotoko. Exactly a year ago, the Porcupine Warriors were in the news following the decision of then head coach Dr. Appiah Ogum to resign from his position as the head of the technical team. 1 year on, he's back leading the technical department of the team following the decision of Manshia to dissolve the management committee as well as the board of the club. And on Saturday, the life patron of the club, Otumfo Osei II, announced an interim management committee to steer the affairs of the club until such a time a permanent management committee or substantive management committee is appointed, and they will be headed by Nana Ampinkra Kwasi and Dr. Appiah Ogum as the head coach. James Kwasi Appiah, he's been tasked to do lots of stuff. We understand that during the meeting with Otumfo Osei II, Kwasi Appiah was asked to oversee the technical department of the team. Kwasi Appiah himself had held a plethora of meetings with Otumfo before this meeting was held last week, Friday, before the interim committee was appointed. Emmanuel Newton Dasubre, he has been the administrative manager of the club since Nanayo Amponsa came into office in August 2020, and he's been maintained as part of the interim management committee as they are tasked to put together structures that will ensure that the club participates in the immediate competition that are coming up, i.e. the top 4 competition that's going to be organized by the Ghana League Clubs Association. Though we understand Kotoko might withdraw from the competition, they've been tasked to prepare a team that will be in shape to be able to compete, and also prepare the team to compete in the Ghana Premier League, expected to start in September this year. Now let's move on and hear from former Black Stars captain Stephen Appiah. He's been speaking about the recent pressure that has been mounted on the head coach of the Black Stars, Chris Hilton. Team manager of the senior national team, Aminu Shado, had claimed that the Black Stars would have been better off with former coach Otto Addo. And then 2 executive council members of the Ghana Football Association, notably Randy Abe and former management committee chairman of the senior national team, George Amuako, all claiming that the Black Stars have been unimpressive since Chris Hilton took over the leadership of the technical team. But Stephen Appiah has called for patience within the rank and file of the leadership of football in the country, as well as supporters. According to him, the backroom staff of the senior national team is deficient, and he wants people to throw their weight behind head coach Chris Hilton to be able to deliver success that is required by Ghanaians.
The football that we are all seeing is not about what we see on the pitch. The force is about the people who are on the bench, the technical staff. That's why today you will see that Chelsea, Man City, they are even more than the team itself.
The backroom staff.
Yeah, we have people who...
Italy went to the Euros. We did the Euros together.
Yeah.
With 37 backroom staff.
So you have a particular person who is focusing on Haaland. You have a particular person who is focusing on Messi. You have a particular person who is trying to look at the goalkeeper. But I don't think that we have the...
So our technical team is deficient?
No, I'm not saying that, because I'm coming there. So I'm trying to say that at the end of the day, all this thing is money. Do we have the money to do that? No.
So we are deficient in our technical team. But there are other people who also talk about the chop and change. Yeah. There hasn't been that consistency. Is that also a challenge?
No, it can be, because you see, I think we are living in a country where we don't have patience. We saw when you read Ferguson books,
yeah,
when he started, I mean, it wasn't good. But they allow him to do his job. And we have to know one thing, that any code that you bring, it comes with a different style of play. So the players will never get used to a particular play. That's why maybe it looks like we are not getting like what we want to see. Our time, it was one coach that we
had.
Yeah, we had. And look at the way we played. I can close my eyes and I know where Asamoah is or Matthew Amwa is, and I'll give him the ball. But today it looks as if we are not. I don't want to use the word confused, is too harsh. We are not getting it. So changing coaches to it distracts the system of the play of the team.
Former captain of the Black Stars, Stephen Appiah, speaking there. Now, let's hear from one player who is seeking to break into the senior national team, the Black Stars. He's had call-ups many times, but he's yet to make his debut with the Black Stars. He's Montari Kamahene, currently playing his football in Israel with Ashdod FC. He's a left back. He's a product of Dreams FC. He's been speaking about those who criticize President of the Ghana Football Association, Kotoko, saying that many of the people who criticize him probably do not have an idea about the vision he's got for football. But I have asked the president of the FA to ensure that he focuses on delivering his mandate that he's promised the football community.
You know, I always say that, you know, in this world, whether you do bad, they will talk, whether you do good, they will criticize. Everything you do, you know, and football is all about that. Even for us playing the football, this is how it is. People who criticize you, you know, you understand. But it depends on you how you're going to take it, you understand me? But you don't need to pay more attention to people who, like in your life who criticize you, and you know, you understand. Just try to pick something good out of that. So I think, you know, for him, you know, the brain that, you know, he has is, you know, it's more like, it's more than that, or it's more what people are talking, you understand me? It's more what people are talking.
So would you say that those of us, or those who criticize Kurt, they don't know the kind of person he is, and the knowledge and the vision he's got for Ghana?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I can't tell maybe those who criticize them that they don't know. You understand? Because this is what they say, like, you know, this is what they see, and they want to talk about that. You understand me? So if someone criticizes you about something, you know, like, you don't need to tell the person you don't know. Maybe this is what they see. You understand me?
So you have to work to prove them wrong.
And this is what I'm saying. The brain that he has is more, or he's seeing like far beyond maybe what people are talking, you understand? But I feel sometimes, you know, like patience is everything, you know, when people talk, blah, 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 and stuff like this. So, and you see, it's like everything is gradual, you know. He's making more waves, he's promoting, you know, everything, you know. And let me say, not even one day God used to create the earth.
Yeah.
Not one day. You understand me? So even if God never used one day to create something,
what about human being?
What about human being? So it's all about patience, you understand?
So Ghanaians should be patient.
It's like a process.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, but even like if I say patience, like it seems like maybe when you are not doing something good and someone tell you, oh, you need to be patient with this person. No, but he's doing the job because he's a hard-working man. He's doing the job. So if he's doing the job, you know, what do you want again? You know, you understand me. And trust me, if you have someone who got the vision, who got like the plans and everything, you know, it's all about time and process. You understand? And you see that everything will. And you can see he has done a lot. Sharing boots like football shoes to the clubs, the pitches and everything.
Yeah, you know, sharing football
something, you understand,
to clubs
something
themselves.
That never happened before.
Yeah.
So this one need to tell you now, people that who are criticizing, this one alone need to tell you that, oh, you know, there is
when the resources are there,
you understand there
is
something big coming.
Let's go on the phone right now and speak to the head coach of the Black Galaxies, Master Gigi Dramani. He's screening players as he gets himself ready to build a formidable team that can compete at the continental level. Over the years, the Black Galaxies have struggled. Even this year, when they participated in the Shan competition, they exited at the round of 16 of the competition. And this led to many people questioning the scale of leadership of the Ghana Football Association, as well as the technical team, which was led to the competition by who's been this month. He's been reappointed as the head coach of Great Olympics, Arnold Walker. Now let's go and speak to Didi Dramane, who is replacing Arnold Walker. Didi, thanks very much for your time this morning. Tell us pretty quick, there isn't any major assignment coming up, but you've assembled many players at Pram. What is actually happening?
In actual sense, this is. Thank you very much for having me this morning. Even though it's eating into my operational time, but your institution is equally as important as what we also do here.
Yeah. In
terms of making people understand what we're trying to put in place. So first of all, it is for the acknowledgement of what we have domestically.
Okay.
And you know, if you had me, Chris, and then George all over the place, we were traveling across to watch games, and then and in appreciation of what we saw is to bring players to close view so that you understand the player better, and also is to institute a domestic-based B national team that can always come in when it becomes necessary in terms of proximity and in terms of needs of players to support in the A national team. And in so doing, you need to bring them in on close view so that you'll be able to understand how you saw him from distance and then what you think the player has. We actually need to support players based on their natural tendencies, and then we can try as much as possible to also manage them as well. And so I put in place about 96, players in different phases, 24 in each, 21 players, 3 goalkeepers, working for 3 days. They report. This group reported on Sunday at dinner, and then we had our cultural integration test, and then after that, we have our training session this morning, and then in the evening we give them a style of play view, and then the next day they have the opportunity for another style of play, both offense and defense, and then on the third day they will play an internal control game where they play against themselves at an internal game, and then they are off to go. This gives them, a certain orientation in terms of what we do at the A level. A level, there's no much time for longer training session, longer campaign. It is for you to watch some videos and then have some walkthroughs, have some low intensive sessions, and then you need to be able to integrate and adapt. So it's a work in progress. Some will be seen now, some will be seen when the league is on, and then that is how we try as much as possible to find the program going on. So this is just the phase one.
How long do you intend to do this, Didi?
We are going to, we started on the 17th of July, and then the program is supposed to end on the 12th of August.
Okay, considering the
second phase, yeah.
Okay, considering the fact that many of these players, they often move out. If there are opportunities for them to move, they are definitely going to take it. Isn't it challenging that you started screening as many as about 96 players if the numbers available are anything to go by, and you are expected to trim that number down to a size that you can work with?
Okay, so what it means is that you said it all. You answered your own question. You said they normally will travel out. It is the wish of every coach to see to it that players are traveling out clearly. When the players travel out like that, that is a good mark. And once they travel out in those phases, then it gives us the opportunity to know that this player needs to be tracked. We have to continue to monitor the player. Why do you stop a domestic player from traveling outside the country? Every player everywhere in the world wants to have the opportunity to try something. You saw City winning the Champions League at the highest level, but still players still want to move to different environs. So that is what all that this program is about. We will see a lot more players, and that's why I said it's a work in progress. If the 96 players all move out of the country, I'll bring another 96 and even more, because I have over 500, domestic players on the database. So it's a work in progress, and I believe that you are part of it. Everyone is part of it. Please, let's embrace this institution, and then to be able to support our local leagues. So I'm not even talking about the Premiership. I'm talking about the local leagues. That is the Premiership, the First Division, the junior national teams, the universities. I try to go around to see so many. So most of the boys that I brought, some are coming from Division 1 Premier Team, some are coming from very low Division 2. Those who excel very well in the Division 2s, I brought them in to watch them on a close view.
Okay, so do you have any immediate assignments coming up to prepare the team?
Oh, but I think you said it all. You said there's no any immediate assignment.
Yeah, but it's just to get some clarity to appreciate what you are doing right now.
Yeah, the immediate assignment is what I've told you. Is to have close view, and then you'll be able to understand that if something comes up in need and for proximity purposes, if something comes up, and then you need someone that will fill in into the 18, you cannot just pop into your head to say that, oh, I know about this player. At least you need to have some substance by saying that I saw this player on a very close view, and I think that on the view of having someone to fill in that situation, this player will be able to do without even thinking, because you have seen him in training, you have seen what he brings, you have seen his strength, and you have seen his level of integration and adaptation. The A national team is all about integrating and then adapting, because the time is very, very short for preparation.
Coach, my final question just before I let you go.
Yes, because you are eating into my time now.
What will make this program a success?
For me, success is all about the mindset. Success is all about the ability to be deliberate, and we are deliberate about this. The ability to remain very consistent, and we are consistent on these matters. The ability to be patient around it. Patient in the sense that integration takes a process to be able to find things. And so this is what we want to do. And then the other aspect is class. Class, knowing that we need to as much as possible to support, because these players that we are handling here are their players. The nation has no player. Every player belongs to a club. And so they need to communicate. Strong communication, that's the challenge. Because you invite a player and then the team knows that the player is not around, and nobody is communicating with you to tell you that, please, the player is traveled, so that you can plan around it. You need a certain magic to be able to adjust your programming. And I think that one is a very low belt in terms of the way we support this affairs. And I want to believe that we need to move even more better in terms of how we communicate. Communication is so
okay
when it comes to team organization.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach Didi Dramani, the head coach of the Black Galaxies.